So, due to some technical difficulties, looks like the audio did not save. So I'm going to be doing some voice narration over this match. And see, I've always wanted to try it anyways, so this is a good experiment. This is round 2, game 1. And we are on the play with a mulligan. This hand is not particularly great. So we have the option between playing turn 1 Mutavault and attacking for 2 in turn 2, or potentially going turn 2 Wild Guess. I really don't think turn 2 Wild Guess is worth actually missing the 2 damage. So go ahead and play the turn 1 Mutavault here. There's also a chance that we draw like Eidolon, which would also put in a position that costs double rev. We can't cast it. But I think there are a lot of matchups where I'd much rather see. Okay, so we drew Eidolon here. But I think faced with the certainty of getting 2 damage in with Mutavault versus the possibility of drawing an Eidolon, I believe, especially since we mulligan, we have to get as much damage as we can out of the cards. I think this is probably the proper way to doing things. But yeah, going against Rakdos, Cackler, Spike Jester, not good. Our hand is not well equipped, and Mana Confluence does not help matters. Mamajet's a really good one to draw, but yeah, this is kind of tough. Playing Eidolon here seems pretty out of the question. He could just remove it with any number of removal spells, and then we'd be taking 5. That's just not acceptable. I think we're going to have to play defense, so those Mana Confluence is really going to hurt us doing that. So we could play Chandra's Phoenix on the defense, but because of Mana Confluence, I think this is also not a very good play. I think we actually just need to be killing one of his guys, whether activating Mutavault on blocking and using Mamajet to kill them both, or just using Mamajet on the Spike Jester. So we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. Yeah. Black, red. There's no Chandra's Phoenix. Oh, Mogi's Marauder. That's pretty bad. So we can't block with Mutavault. So it looks like we're just going to have to knock off the Spike Jester. Shock and Chain to the Rocks. Well, Shock is definitely going to be useful. The question is, we have to use our Mana Confluence to cast a Chain of the Rocks, but I mean, I guess this deck plays Excava. Yeah, I mean, if he just plays Excava, we're just 100% dead. We're 100% dead if he has Excava, so I think we just have to keep this Chain of the Rocks. I mean, I guess we could use Wild Guess, but I mean, this Wild Guess is just rotting. This Eidolon and this Wild Guess are just rotting in our hands. They're really... Oh, boy. Okay, well... So we're going to take 4, go to 11. We can Shock and Incinerate these 2 creatures next turn, and then potentially Chain the Rocks whenever he plays the next turn. So yeah, okay. So we're going to keep them both. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take 4 here. Draw the Shock. And no Excava, so that's good news. So we're just going to light up both his guys. Man, this Mana Confluence is really going to dagger us this game. I'm going to take so much damage. We had opportunity to use it as a Boros Guildgate too. On turn 3. Master of Feast. Well. Wow, okay. Well, we kept the Chain of the Rocks, so that's good. So we're going to be able to Chain of the Rocks that guy down. And because of Mana Confluence, we're at 9 life. And we're probably going to have to cash in this Mutavault to block the Cackler. Or we can attack him for 2. I guess at 9 life... I mean, if he had a better spell, if he had Excava, he would have played it already instead of Master of Feast and Cackler, I believe. Because I was stuck on 3 lands, so I can't Warrior's Helix it on Excava, so I think it would have been a prudent play. Boy, just like this Wild Guess and this Wild Guess and Eidolon in her hand are just rotting. I think we're going to have to play defense. We can Wild Guess discarding Eidolon, or just play Phoenix on defense. I think we have to play Phoenix on defense. He's out of gas, so his hand is probably like a Hero's Downfall or a Doomblade or some such. But I mean, we have to play spells, so we can only play one spell. Man, this Confluence gonna cost us the game for almost certainly. Well, that and the Wild Guess that we can't ever cast. A defensive Chandra's Phoenix is actually deceptively powerful on defense, because it allows you to turn your Searing Bloods and your Boros Charms, so you can just send them to the face and get them back. So it turns them into cantrips, so that's pretty powerful. Just looking at Master Feast, just wondering if I was at a higher life total, whether I would have just taken an extra 5 damage to draw a card. Or, like, if he had a slightly less aggressive draw, if he didn't open up a 1, 2, and 3 on the play, and he ended up having just like a turn 3 Master Feast, I would have gladly just taken 5 damage to draw a card, and then chain the rocks it afterwards. That's one of the weaknesses of the card, I believe, is just like, it's really good when you're doing well, and it's really, really bad when you're doing poorly. So he Lightning Strike the Chandra's Phoenix, which is weird because then he's counting on Rakdos Cackler getting through twice. Because if you're using Lightning Strike on a creature instead of going to the face, and you're attacking for 2, then that means that you plan on attacking twice to make up for that. Because if you attack once, it's only 2 damage. So go ahead and block the Cackler here. Yeah, I mean, to me, this tells me that he probably could have held on to Lightning Strike. I mean, what he ended up doing is allowing me to cash in a Mutavault for a life. And we can't cast, we can cast neither the Eidolon or the Wild Guess. And we're gonna have to probably use Boros Charm to get back our Phoenix to not just die to this Tormented Hero. We're probably just gonna die to whatever he targets the Tormented Hero with. I mean, we're in dire straits, and having basically triple mulliganed because we have these Wild Guesses and these Eidolons is just not good. Gonna have to play a defensive Chandra's Phoenix and just be dead to any removal spell. A Mountain was a good draw, so we don't have to take 1. So now removal spell doesn't kill us, but still doesn't look good. But it's just Herald Charmer. Oh, Mogi Marauder, yeah. Dead. Alright, so we're against Black Argyle. We don't really want the Skull Cracks. These Wild Guesses were garbage. We really don't want Eidolon in the Countless Battles either. We definitely want the Fire Dancers. They excel against creature decks. Definitely want the Wear and Tear because probably has a 2/1 Bestow. That's an enchantment, and Master Feast is an enchantment. So those should definitely be coming in. Those are huge problematic cards. We're more of the control deck in this matchup, so we definitely just want to have removals and try to, out card advantage them with our Satyr Fire Dancers and our Scry effects. And so now we have the option of either Wild Guess or Skullcrack. I mean, I guess Wild Guess is okay if you're boarding in 2 Wear and Tears in case you ever draw the second one. I mean, we can try it out some more. I've got a feeling that it's complete garbage. But I mean, I guess we're keeping this hand based solely on the power of Wild Guess, but I guess our 2 Scrylands up a lot, and we definitely don't need to Mutavault. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. Just curious to leave in against a burn deck. He's taking either Wild Guess or War Leader's Helix. I'm going to guess he's going to take War Leader's Helix. I mean, our hand doesn't look great if he takes the Wild Guess. But, okay, so he took the War Leader's Helix. But, I mean, Wild Guess is pretty random. We don't really need this Temple of Triumph. Although, I mean, it was probably just a better play to play the Mutavault and just attack him for 2 the next turn and shock whatever he plays. Oh, those Wild Guesses. Oh, what a disaster. We could have just... This Wild Guess tricked me into not playing Mutavault. I guess I tricked myself, but... What a waste of a turn. See, it just goes against what our game plan is. I think Wild Guess and Mutavault are mutually exclusive. Like, the time you turn... Every single... Like, casting Wild Guess is basically giving your opponent 2 life because you're not attacking Mutavaults. So here, we can't attack Mutavaults, we just played it, so we're just going to have to pass the turn. Gosh, it's more like gaining 4 life without casting Wild Guess, but yet you can't even have a Mutavault in play to cast it. So now you're not attacking for 2, but you have to wait an extra turn to put it into play. Whatever. Alright, shock that guy. And Master Feast. Well, we have a fairly high life total. And we have the Chain of the Rocks. I don't think he has multiple Thoughtseizes in his deck post-sideboard. So... Pardon me. Excuse me. So we're just going to use our life total as a resource here. And take the 5 damage from the Master of the Feast and then cast Chain of the Rocks next turn. And if it doesn't work, we're going to be able to draw... Basically, we're cashing 5 life in for a card. And we could even draw Wear and Tear, which would be ideal. But, alright, we didn't. And so even if he has a Thoughtseize, we can still double Lightning Strike his face or Boros Charm Lightning Strike. We can't Boros Charm Lightning Strike his face unless we draw a land. But we can double Lightning Strike the Master. Either him, if we have a Satyr Fighter still in play, or the 5/5 himself. On his turn, so we draw an extra card. So, I mean, we have lots of options available. It all depends on what he does this turn. I mean, it's possible it was a really aggressive play to not Chain the Rocks that immediately. Especially since he Thoughtseizes and knew we had Chain the Rocks, he was probably considering, you know, why would he do such a thing? I haven't played against Master of Feast very much, and I haven't played against this deck very much. So I don't know how great Master of Feast is, but I know it can't be good against you have a ton of removal spells in your deck. And I feel like this is a perfect situation where we have the life to use to gain some life with, or to gain some card advantage with. Okay, fair enough. Well, he didn't Lightning Strike her face, so that's good. We have 2 Mutavaults, so we're not going to be able to use our lightning. We're not going to be able to use Lightning Strikes very often, and we kind of just want to pressure his life total. You can't just leave open mana up when we have 2 Mutavaults in play, because every time you leave mana open, you're not attacking or blocking for 2. So I think this is a pretty good state for us. If he had a creature, he would have played it last turn instead of playing the Lightning Strike, I think. Alright, so he does have Excava. Huh. Well, that's problematic. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, goodness. Well... So if we double Lightning Strike his face, he goes to 7. We can Boros Charm him, he goes to 3. We can attack him, he goes to 1. So we actually... Our only play is a double Lightning Strike the Excava. Yeah, we can't even chump a Mutavault. Because we don't have enough mana to do that and cast our other spells. Yeah, I mean, we have to double Lightning Strike it. That's kind of a disaster. There goes all the wind out of our sails. I need him to brick a turn. If he bricks a turn, we've got a chance. It's just so weird that he played Lightning Strike instead of like progressing his like playing Escava. He played Lightning Strike on my 1/1. No, he had to have just drawn the Tormented Hero because he had an extra mana that turn. Yeah, he just drew the Tormented Hero. That's so weird. He chose Lightning Strike over Escava. Fair enough. Anyway, so we do this beginning of combat, so if he has a second Escava, we don't get hit by it. We go to 6. Looking grim for our hero. Any spells almost certain doom for us. Oh, no spell. Alright, that's good news. And we're going to do probably the vaunted defensive Chandra's Phoenix. It's either that or try to block a Mutavault, but he has Mogi's Marauder, so I think that's probably the wrong way of doing things. I kind of find it hard to believe that he also has 2 cards at his end and he can't, and that there's no way they're lands. He hasn't really the opportunity to play any more Doomblades. I guess he could have played Doomblade instead of Lightning Strike on turn 4, but it's looking grim. Well, one more brick. If he bricks off 1 turn, we might be able to get back into this. I mean, we're 2 cards up on him basically because we have Mutavaults instead of useless basics that he has. 3 cards up for the Master Feast. Well, I mean, if he had Escava, he would have played it already. But we're gonna Boros Charm. We're gonna be able to block a Mutavault. We're gonna Boros Charm his face and get back our Phoenix and try to beat him down, get our creature back. What is this? Gnarled Scarhide. Yeah, okay, I mean, he still dies Mutavault, so that's fine. We just lose it. We just lose life. It's not the end of the world. It's close. It's very close to the end of the world. I'm just thankful it wasn't a Herald of Torment. I want to block that guy down. He's left with the 2/1 afterwards, and we're gonna burn his face. He's gonna go to 10. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get back our Phoenix. Might have to do the vaunted defensive Phoenix again. Or we're gonna attack him. If I think his hand is nothing, then we put him on a 2-turn clock. Like we can attack him, and then he has 2 draws to kill us, and we're at 5 life, and we have a Mutavault and a Phoenix and 5 mana. I kind of like those odds. Yeah, I kind of like those odds. We play the land in case we draw like a Tarnished Phoenix. We can, attack and still use them in Vault painlessly. Whoa! Skullcrack was unexpected. Oh, dear. Alright, well, that's a good draw. We're almost certainly going to hit its spell off Magma Jet, so there's no reason to attack with Mutavault. Just almost about to dying to Escava. Escava's the card I think we're playing around by not attacking. Spike Jester, sure. We can blow that guy up with Magma Jet. Mogi's Marauder? Oh, okay, Mac has skills, that's fine. Yeah, so we just have to hit a spell to kill him. Even if we miss, we got 1 more draw step. A wild guess. Take a wild guess where that's going. Goodness, that's awful. Any spell would have killed him, and we have a wild guess. Yikes. And got the spell, so he's toast. Done like dinner. scry after the game is over. Why not? Alright. I don't really see anything I want to change. And this hand seems... it's a bit slow, especially in the draw. If he opens up like triple one drop for toast. But if he opens up on like Thoughtseize, I think his hand's pretty good. With 2 Warriors Helixes too, we're gonna be able to come back from a lot. I think this is pretty borderline. We're gonna keep it. But I think his hand's very borderline. Well, it's not a good start. It's an okay draw. Man, we need that. Handicap skills? Nope, not so lucky. Spike Jester. Well, guess we can play Satyr Fighter answer here. Although, in retrospect, it's probably... Yeah, we could have just Lightning Strike the Spike Jester. I guess I was so intent because it wasn't in our opening hand. Whoops. Yeah, we probably should just Lightning Strike the Spike Jester there. It's probably a pipe dream to believe that we're going to be able to either block... our plan was just to block, I suppose. But a lot of them turn his Doomblade into 3 damage. But it's possible he just had another Spike Jester, so, could have ended up being the same. So we're going to Lightning Strike the Spike Jester. It ended up being okay. Master of Feast would be... the worst case scenario here, I suppose. But it's still not the end of the world, because we're going to be able to Helix that tormented hero. Yeah. Okay, well. Ooh, we can chain the rocks. Well, if we had a higher life total, then we would just Warriors Helix the tormented hero and just, basically take 1 damage and draw a card. But I think we're at 8 instead of 12 or 13. I understand we're gaining 4 life for Warriors Helix. But, I think we're going to have to do the vaunted defensive Chandra's Phoenix again. So just chain the rocks, the Master of Feast, and then Chandra's Phoenix on the defense. The 2 Warriors Helix is looking good for us. The only thing, even if he has another Master of Feast, we do have I guess we're planning on blocking with the Chandra's Phoenix. But it's not the end of the world. We can still draw Wear and Tear. We have 2 draws to a Wear and Tear, or another Chain of the Rocks. Or even a land allows us to Boros Charmer's Face and then block with the Chandra's Phoenix again. That's still not the end of the world. Still not the end of the world there. Alright. You might go Lane Excava, so we probably just need to pass. Alright, no Excava. So he's probably just kill the Tormented Hero with his Bestow on a Heroic. I don't want that to happen. What is this? Oh! Skullcrack. Yeah! I forgot he showed that to us last game. Yeah. Yeah. That's awkward. That's pretty awkward. Yeah, that is pretty awkward. Skullcrack is so random. Oh, alright. Guess we have to do it now in case he has another Skullcrack. It's so random. Alright, Master of Feast, and we're at 5 life. Oh my goodness. These Boros Charms are... I guess we're not dead. We can get back our Phoenix and block. And plus we leave open a white in case we draw Wear and Tear. This could actually be insane. This could work out insanely well if we draw Wear and Tear. We might actually just win the game on the spot if we draw Wear and Tear here. Nope. Alright. Doomblade or something? Yeah, okay. Dead. How unfortunate. And a spike gesture. He just has it all. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.